In this video, you're going to learn the pros and cons of living in beautiful Las Vegas. Let's go. What's up, everybody? This is Jerry Abbott with Simply Vegas Real Estate here in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Nevada. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about the Las Vegas real estate market, just click that subscribe button down below and click the little bell notification down there as well so you can get notified every time I put up a video. Honestly, I get calls from people wanting to relocate here all the time and I absolutely love it. If you're interested in buying a home here or relocating or need any help whatsoever, just contact me at my information that you see down below. Okay, so I'm going to give you my top 3 pros and 3 cons of living in Las Vegas. The first one is the weather. It is absolutely unbeatable from a weather standpoint in this city. There are 300 days of sunshine per year, and even better is there's very low humidity. So if you take January, February, and March, that time frame is basically like around, I would say, mid 50s to high 60s in terms of weather. When you get to April, May, and June into that area, you start now moving up into the 80s, 90s, and then you start to hit 100 when you get to June. And June, July, August, that's the hot period. And yes, it's triple digit heat, but let's be honest, when you have low humidity, that's very tolerable. It's beautiful weather. You can still go out to the lake, you can go hiking, and you can of course stay inside if you want to and enjoy all the other things that are great about Las Vegas. When you get to September, October, November, December, into that backside of the year, you're down back into the 90s and the 80s and 70s. And again, it's beautiful every single day here. There's very little clouds in the sky. It's like a picture postcard day every day with very low humidity. Okay, so the second pro of living in Las Vegas is there's no state income tax. What does that mean? It means more money in your pocket from your paychecks. There are people that are actually fleeing from places like California that have the highest state income tax to places like here, because when you have no state income tax, it just means more money in your pocket. So why wouldn't you want to live in the few states in this country that has no state income tax? That's the beauty of it. The name of the game is to hold on to more of your money, and you can do that in a place like here. Plus, property taxes here are also very low. So you got the best of both worlds when you live here, because some states that don't have a state income tax, they have high property taxes. Here, we have no state income tax and we also have low property taxes. So you got the best of both worlds, and that just means more money in your pocket. Okay, so the third best thing about living in Las Vegas is that it has everything. And I do mean everything. It is the entertainment capital of the world. And I do know a lot of other cities, they have plenty of things to do, but Vegas not only has everything that you can do in one place, it's all consolidated into one area. So you don't have to drive through a lot of traffic. You don't have to drive hours outside the city to go to the mountains or to go to the beaches. This is all consolidated in one area. And let's be honest, Las Vegas does have it all. It's got the dining, the entertainment, the gambling, all the shows. You can go golfing, you can go hiking. It's all in this one beautiful city, and the weather is beautiful. You cannot beat it. I am here to tell you, I've lived here for 17 years. To be able to live in a nice suburb and then drive 15 or 20 minutes to the world famous Las Vegas Strip instead of having to travel thousands of miles in like most tourists do is absolutely the best convenient thing you could ever have by living in this city. Okay, so number 1 on the list of cons for me, unfortunately, is the reverse of the pro of the weather. The weather, as beautiful as it is here, the difficult part about Las Vegas is the weather gets really hot in that June, July, August period. For the most part, I love the weather here, but the summers are very difficult if you're not used to that kind of heat. It's a dry heat. You don't have a lot of humidity, but when you're in June, July, and August, and you get to 100, 110, 115 degrees, it's kind of like a reverse winter. You kind of have to stay in a lot because there's not really much you can do that's going to be bearable for you to be out in that kind of heat. So the second con on my list is gambling. I have seen gambling wreck a lot of people's lives in this town. The problem is you literally can fall out of bed and be in a casino. I know there's casinos in all different parts of the country, but when you live next to so many of them, and if you have any kind of a vice, and a lot of people do living in this city, it can literally wreck you. It is really important that if you do want to relocate here, if you have any kind of a vice like gambling, you should not relocate here. Because if you have the ability to enjoy this city and all that it has to offer, that's fantastic. But if you have a gambling vice, and a lot of people do, that can be a very big problem for you. So that is the second con on my list. The third con on my list is that Las Vegas has an undiversified economy. 75% of the jobs in this market are all hospitality related. And obviously what's been going on with the COVID pandemic, there's been a very big hit to a lot of people financially because they can't get their jobs back because this town is based on tourism. And a lot of people that have jobs here are based in the hospitality sector. Unfortunately, unlike a lot of other major metropolitan cities, there's a pretty good diversification of jobs in the market that they have there. But Las Vegas is very core center focused on hospitality. And the best thing is that it will start to open up, I think, in the next coming years for it to really start to get more diversified in the job market, because seeing what's happening now, especially during the COVID pandemic, there has to be a diversification that happens here. But right now, it's not diversified enough. There's too much of a majority in the hospitality market. That's the third con on my list. So thanks for checking out this video, guys. I could be here all day talking about the pros and cons of this city, but I've lived here for 17 years and I absolutely love it. I'm originally from the East Coast. I love the weather. I love everything that this city has to offer, and I think you will too. If you're really considering thinking about relocating to this city, I am a local realtor here. I know every inch of it. Check out my phone number below. You can call or text me anytime. I've got your back. I work with a select few clients to make sure I meet all of your relocation needs. So if you're looking to buy a house in Las Vegas, I'm your guy. My name is Jerry Abbott and my phone number is below, 702-550-9658, and I'll talk to you soon.